What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Blunderbuss79 over here at Established in 8-Bit, and we are back at y'all with that patch note video, baby, for the Symbiote Invasion #2. That's what I'm talking about, and that's what we about to get into right here. So, greetings, agents. This is CM Fragment. That's a lot to get into, so we're going to be skimming over some of this stuff. Symbiote invasion has begun in Marvel Future Fight this September. Meet the symbiotes that have become even stronger. And Gorr, yes, Gorr, was another time when another time wielded the first symbiote sword. Check out the Symbiote Invasion 2 inspired update. 2 new heroes, native tier 3 Gorr, God Butcher, and Toxin, who can be upgraded to potential transcendence, will be added. The existing symbiotes will be upgraded as well. Tier 4 Venom and potential transcendence for Scream and Agent Venom will be added. In addition, 5 artifacts, 3 new uniforms have been prepared to support the growth of the updated heroes. Also, important point of the update: the Alliance Battle Legend difficulty and set dealer feature, which we'll be talking about a little later, have been added. Please check out the details below. So we got 2 new heroes. Gorr is finally in the game, and unlock the acquisition method is beating Gorr. So if you can already complete that content, shouldn't be a problem. If you can't, then get your account up, work on your cards, clear your world boss, clear your giant boss raids, so you can get your cards and get in there, man, so you can get your Gorr, because that's the only way to get him is to beat him. He's going to have the healing, the pure evil, and the fast movement tag. His instinct is going to be destruction. He's got a villain allies tag that does 35% increase of HP, and it also has debuff removal. So that's going to be good for Hulk. It's 12-second debuff on a 20-second cooldown. So that's good there. He also has native super armor with basic defense increased by 50%, and increased skill damage bonus damage by 40/40. It's got the Wolverine heal of 5%, so that's good there. He also gets an additional 5% pierce, like we've seen with other tier 3 natives, or Athena and some of these other characters that have come to the game, so that's good there. It's also got an 80% revive when dead. It's going to be good for PvP. He's also got some basic damage decrease right here of 40%. So he looks to be really, really tanky with a lot of survivability, a lot of different ways to heal, come back to life, and decrease damage and all that jazz. So he's going to have some bleed, some paralysis, some stun in his kit with 80% chance to penetrate on the 1. It's got incapacitation on the 2. It's got stun and silence on the 3 with what is that, decrease all defense down. He's got some burn on the 4 with some paralysis, and some more paralysis actually, and some more all defense down with damage accumulation. So he looks to have a pretty well-rounded kit. He also has a small frenzy buff. Nothing small about it. It's 40% attack, 40% defense, 40% critical rate, 1% all speed. So Noah looks to be pretty well-rounded. Gonna have to see how he shakes out. The skill cooldowns, 8 seconds, 8 seconds, or 16, 16, 14, 8, 6, and then you got a 300-second cooldown for the revive, which is standard. And he's got the 20-second on the leadership. So could be proc friendly. got 8 seconds here, so on a 7 second window, it's doable. So we're just gonna have to wait and see how it shakes out. Um, Moving on to Toxin, he's gonna be the daily growth special support, but you will be able to get him through the future pass for free on the normal reward. So just make sure you get those bios. Use a tier 2 ticket and ticket him up to 6 stars, and use a mega ticket on him and get him to tier 2. You can get him completely for free to tier 2 that way. He's gonna have the Symbiote tag, the agility tag, and the strong tag, and the justice instinct. It's gonna be a combat hero, human male. And moving right along, limitless potential, activation rate when attacking, increase all attack by 20% on a 12 for 12 seconds, and then he can keep this thing up all the time. He's also got the Wolverine heal as well, with 45-40 skill damage bonus damage. So that's actually pretty damn good. It's got some decreased basic damage received by 40%. It's got some stun. So yeah, once again, looking to be pretty tanky. Maybe not as tanky as Null, but with the decreased damage received and the Wolverine passive here, he could be pretty stout with that if he has any more defensive abilities. So he's got the stun on the 1, it's got the bleed and the silence on the 2, it's got a heal, an additional heal on the 3, with some more bleed, and some 3 seconds of damage immunity, and also some damage accumulation. Doesn't say whether it's based on damage dealt or damage taken though, but it is of 1%. So we'll see what he gets with that, and it's up for 9 seconds on a 15-second cooldown, with an 8-second and 6-second on the ones before, 17-second and 17-second on the 4 and the 5. Additionally, on the 4 and the 5, it looks like he has some incapacitation, some paralysis. So looks like he's going to be pretty good for ABX. He also has ignore targeting effect on the 4th skill. With 60% chance to penetrate, with a frenzy buff. So yeah, you could probably use him in a whole bunch of different places. And then he's got 4 seconds of invincibility on the 5th skill. With these cooldowns, I'm not so sure how that's going to bode for him in a PvP setting. Typically, the stronger characters in there usually have really short cooldowns. That's one of the reasons why Spider-Man is still reckoned to this day, is because his skill cooldown on his 4th skill is so darn short. Moving right along, all uniforms would be 40% off. I'm sorry. And we got 3 new uniforms for the symbiotes, starting with the King in Black Venom uniform. It's going to be $10.50. And he's going to have the human male cruelty tag, and the human male cruelty gender and instinct and all that jazz. And then the tags that he's going to have is going to be healing and symbiote. I really like that they added this in, so we know off rip. And then looks like his uniform effect, part of it is going to apply to all allies, or the whole thing is going to apply to all allies actually. It's got some critical damage increased by 30%, and then activation rate 50% rate when hit applies to all allies. 30% recovery of max HP for 1 second. This could be good for Alliance Conquest. This can be good for a lot of different settings. Just giving your team a passive additional heal. And it's to all allies. It's not just those with the symbiote tag either. So that's really, really, really strong. And he's got the Enigma Force, increased chain hit damage by 15% when attacking. That's going to be up all the time. That's going to be really strong. He's got the increased guaranteed critical rate by 30%, super armor, and increase all basic defense by 40%. So he's got a little bit of offense, a little bit of defense with this Enigma passive. And additionally, with the Symbiote Instinct Tier 2 passive, he's going to have the ignore target dodge rate almost capped at 45%, and the increased skill damage bonus damage by 52% and 45%. That skill damage at 52% is nuts. So we're gonna have to see just how strong Venom is gonna get. He also has a more decreased basic damage received by 30%, so really tanky. This 20-second cooldown on this heal. Let's see if he's got some additional healing in here. It's got the stun on the 1, nothing on the 2. It's got an 8-second, a 12-second cooldown right there. It's got 14 and 15-second cooldown right there. It's paralysis and fracture coming in there with the frenzy buff of 35 and 20% critical rate, so some more crit rate going on right there. Looks like you're gonna be able to cap that crit rate pretty easily. It's got a 100% chance to grant all damage immunity for 7 seconds, so that's pretty good. He'll be able to keep his damage immunity up all the time on a 14-second cooldown with 7 seconds of damage immunity. That's nuts. That's actually bonkers. So the only way to remove this dude's damage immunity is either to penetrate it or debuff it. That's okay. Just take that in for a second. And he also has silence on the 4. It's got a attack buff, 100% damage proc. He's got an additional heal down here of 30% on a 17-second cooldown. I don't know if between this heal and this heal, if that's gonna be enough to keep him alive. I definitely don't think it's gonna be enough. It doesn't look like he's PvP because he doesn't have any ignore iframe in this kit whatsoever. So no worries there. Not that Venom was ever PvP by any stretch of the imagination anyways. But yeah, we're gonna have to see as far as the survivability if both of these heals are gonna be enough to keep him alive. Hopefully he's tanky enough where it's not gonna be that big of an issue. Moving right along, we got the Agent Venom classic look. It's a 1050 uniform. It's gonna have the leadership tag along with the symbiote tag, so that's pretty cool, along with the agent tag. And he's going to be human male and the justice instinct, and applies to all allies with symbiote tags. So it looks like he's going to be the support type. Decreased chain hit damage by 35% when attacked, and increased chain hit damage by 20% when attacking. So you can really ramp Venom's crit chain hit with this uniform here, so that's really good. Let's see, he also has a native super armor, increase all basic damage received defenses by 40%. He's got the Wolverine heal once again, and then an additional bounce back of 50%. Okay. It's got some crit rate guaranteed, some crit damage, some damage to supervillain, but it only applies to him. Let's see, he's got some bleed, some stun, some damage immunity, some burn, so he's going to be pretty versatile in ABX. I think the only thing that he doesn't have in his kit is paralysis. Yeah, that's the only thing he doesn't have in his kit is paralysis. He's got a 33% chance to penetrate everything, 5 seconds of invincibility. He's got some ignore iframe in there, so maybe a little bit of PvP potential. with the Wolverine passive and all of that jazz. So we're gonna have to wait and see how it kind of shakes out. He's got damage accumulation on there. This thing's on a 7.5 second cooldown though, so I don't know how feasible that's gonna be for PvP. We'll wait and see. Maybe for certain bosses that like to iframe a lot, like Mephisto and Null and Ultron, it could be pretty strong in keeping, especially him from optimizing and all of that jazz, jumping around in iframes and whatnot. So we'll see how that goes. Looks like Scream in her Silence uniform is also gonna have the leadership tag with the strong symbiote, human female cruelty, and on a uniform passive, it applies to self 35% of physical attack, increase chain hit by 10% when attacking, so that's nice. Looks like she's got a 15% recovery of HP every 5 seconds when hit. So or when hit on a 5-second cooldown, I guess is a better way to say that. Let's see, she's got the crit damage increase by 40%, increased guaranteed critical rate by 35%, skill damage bonus damage by 45-40. She's got some bleed. She's got some decreased recovery rate by 50%. And they made that wording very specific, very specific. It's not based on the bleed. It's are they changing the way that bleed works? Because they're adding this wording in here. Are they changing the way that bleed? Are they making bleed stronger? Like an anti-PvP kind of kill the heal type of meta? After the update, we're going to have to go in and we're going to have to look and see if they changed this across the board with characters. And if they did, it may be more advantageous to use certain characters in PvP now. Just saying. Moving right along. She's got some stun in her kit, some more bleed, some stun, paralysis. She's got a little bit of damage accumulation of 0.8%. Seems to be kind of low in this day and age. It should be at least 1%, maybe even 1.2%. Increase all attack by 40%. And all defense, and then 40% crit rate buff is nice. She's got the 100% chance to grant all immunity damage or all damage immunity for 5 seconds on 16-second cooldown. So there's a 3-second window there, and she's got some more paralysis and another 3 seconds of invincibility. So there's your 3-second window. Seems to be pretty solid, but like I said, once again, one of those things we're gonna have to wait and see. And then Gorr, the God Butcher, and his Shadow of Despair ultimate skill. Let's check this thing out, man. It's got some bleed. It's got some silence, some stun, some paralysis that ignores immunity. So that's gonna, yes, for ABX maybe. We'll have to get back into his kit and see what else he got, but we got to get through these patch notes, so we'll save that for a later date. It's got an 80% chance to penetrate. It's got all damage for 9 seconds and increased basic damage. So it's a damage proc for 5 seconds. Wait a minute. Increase basic damage by 100% for 1 attack. What is this 5 and then 9 seconds? I don't get that. Maybe that's a typo. Not sure. Increase all basic attack by 25% for 9 seconds. And yeah, so moving right along. We've got all the awakened skills. The text seems to be pretty generic. It's nothing really standoutish. It's got some increase all basic attacks by 25%, and all defense by 25%. some crit rate, crit damage, ignore target dodge rate, invincibility, and remove all debuff with some snare. Yeah, so, and the animation on this thing is just beautiful. I love how the head changes also based on who's casting the skill. Whatever head is in the middle actually changes, so that's dope that they actually went that deep into detail. So moving right along, we got the tier 4 skill for Venom. It has a 15% recovery of max HP on it, and then it increases all basic attack by 100% for 10 seconds, and it recharges your tier 3 skill gauge by 10%. This is the first tier 4 skill to actually recharge the tier 3 skill, by the way, so that's going to be dope. We're gonna have to wait and see just how strong Venom is, but yeah. And so squad battle is ending, so get in all of your squad battle runs. The squad battle will end an alliance battle. Legend mode has been added. Challenge Surtur, who has become even stronger through battles. Squad battle will end after the September update. Related challenges and rewards are as follows. Changes for squad battle challenges and rewards. Squad battle participation challenges will be changed to Alliance battle participation challenges. Awakening crystals and Mandalay gem fragments that can be acquired from squad battle can now be acquired from Alliance battle. So we're not getting an increase in Mandalay gems or anything like that. We are getting an increase in TCP and EOD because they weren't available from squad battle before, but they will be available in this new Alliance battle legend mode, assuming you can score enough to get them for that week. So it's kind of I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see how this all shakes out. We might have kind of jumped the gun a little bit when we saw that video earlier today, but we'll go ahead and get into it. Or yesterday. So let's see. Squad battle participation challenges will be changed to Alliance battle participation challenges. Okay, so squad battle season reward distribution. The league and rank rewards for the following season will be distributed through the inbox. Agents who have participated in squad battle at least once during the period, and agents who have not received season rewards for the following season before September update maintenance. So the easiest way I can make sense of all of this, what they're trying to say right here, is before the update, before the maintenance, run all of your squad battles. Just run them, get them out of the way. If you're hanging on to run them on that, you run one a day and then you run the next one the next day, sort of thing. Don't do that. Go ahead, run your squad battles, get them completed so you can get those rewards before the reset or before the maintenance goes live, because you will not be able to get those rewards after. Alliance battle legend mode has been released. The legend mode will be unlocked when reaching a certain score in extreme or extreme challenge mode. Unlock requirement: achieve 1 million points in extreme. So we got achieve higher boss scores in Alliance battle, yada yada. Odin's might: a shining purple circle will appear on the map when text is shown. So it's basically like running around picking up the lights but it's not gonna be as many of them, so it's not gonna be annoying or as annoying, hopefully. And then of course it'll increase your attack as you go. So we're pretty familiar with a similar system already. It doesn't look like it's gonna be changing very much as far as that goes. But this is what I wanted to get into with you. Okay, I actually skimmed over this the first time during the live stream. So, you know, nothing too spicy in the first two, right? We got the Mandalay Gem rewards that's getting added as the Alliance Battle Weekly, right? And that's going to create a really big imbalance in awakening materials for your Mandalays and your awakening crystals, right? But you got the Alliance Battle Rewards normal achievements, so that's normal AB. You got the extreme AB, and they're adding in the crystals, 25 and 25. This isn't gonna be nowhere near about as much as what we were getting daily, to be honest with you, because we were able to get like daily, because this is weekly, right? This 130 or whatever. If you're at the bottom tier. So we're kind of actually losing awakening materials. Just the short of it. I don't know why they would throttle that like that, unless they plan on reducing the cost of the awakening, and hell, the tier 3s for that matter. But yeah, the way I calculate it, it's gonna come out to about 2,100 Mandalay gem fragments a month, and that's just from the normal legendary and extreme achievements. That's not counting the weekly. And 1,680 awakening crystals. The main thing is, one, in the legendary routes, we're going to be getting not only awakening crystals and Mandalay gem fragments, not only the celestial essence twice, not only essence of dimension and Titan component packs, but we're also going to be getting, look at this, you see that? Dimension chest, 5-star, 6-star comic card +1, premium card included. So they're giving us free premium card, and then down here, or at least a chance for a free premium card. Let me put it like that. And then down here you got, if you get 6 million, right? Because you got to get 500,000 for the premium card. If you get 6 million, you get an enchanted Uru chest, 5 and 6-star. And the Odin's blessings are going to be included in that chest. That's dope. That's actually dope. But like I said, we're going to have to kind of see how it shakes out. I'm glad that they're actually doing something in terms of the rewards for Alliance Battle finally. It'd be nice if they added crystals in there. Just saying. But we'll go ahead and get into the oh, matter of fact, let me not skim over this. The set dealer feature has been added to so basically what this is you can set someone in the leadership slot, and then you can click on this little set dealer button and put a character in there, and when you go into the game mode, it'll automatically swap that character in for you, which is really dope. So the game modes that feature is going to be available for is going to be story mode, ultimate mode, dimension missions, dispatch missions, timeline battle, epic quest, dimension rifts, and event missions. So make sure y'all take advantage of this. If y'all do a lot of auto farming, this is really going to help. And it's really going to help in terms of like time frame for a lot of older devices. Take advantage of it. Moving right along, we got the new artifacts coming to the game. for Gorr, Toxin, Venom, Agent Anti-Venom, and Scream after the September update. So Gorr is basically gonna get damage to heroes and villains of 20% each. Toxin is gonna get an increase targets dodge rate by 25% and increase all basic damage by 20%. Venom is gonna get the increase max HP by 25% and increase all basic attack by 20%. Agent Venom looks like they're sticking with the whole support role. Applies to agents, applies with to allies with the Symbiote tag, and he's going to be able to increase their basic damage dealt by 25% to enemies with or the enemies with 25% HP or higher. He'll be able to deal an additional 20% damage and decrease basic damage received by 30% for anybody with that symbiote tag on your team. So he's gonna probably be slated for a CTP or Insight, definitely long term. Then you got Silent Screech from Scream, and it's just a basic 80% chance to increase critical damage by 35% on all critical attacks. So then we got the new Future Pass down here, and there you see the 10 biometrics for Toxin that you are able to unlock. We also got the special Symbiote icon. We got the special King's Roar icon. Make sure you guys, if you want Toxin for free, you log in, get as many complete. You should be completing your Future Pass anyway to get these 300 tokens. But make sure you don't miss out on getting a free premium character. Right, you put your 6-star tickets on him, 2 through 6 or a 6-star mega rank up ticket. And if you got a tier 2 mega rank up ticket, you use that, and you got your free tier 2 Toxin that you can immediately go and work on his awakening skill. And we got a new uniform collection coming. They're adding some turn off SVX, skill VFX, the skill visual effects. So I guess when you hold down the button on the skill and it gives you the text, you can turn that off. You can also turn off the skill cooldown display. That'll definitely help with some of the lower end devices out there that are struggling. Let's see, this is talking about some skill information being improved. So this is just quality of life changes coming to the skill window in the Marvel Universe tab to display just additional information. So that is pretty cool. Also, major things, game error fixes. One of the major things, top of the list, y'all. Top of the list, the issue of the skill cooldown time of tagged heroes not being decreased in Giant Boss Raid has been fixed, and the issue of CTP option auto change not being stopped even if selected. So where it was eating up all of your CTPs when you were reforging, they fixed that option. They fixed that thing too. So those two major bugs have been addressed. So yeah, I didn't get all the way into all of the bug fixes because there was quite a few, but make sure y'all come on over to the patch notes, check them out, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Some of these bugs I didn't even know about, like the counterattacking skill VFX activation time and third skill of Hope Buster. And 3099 has been adjusted. I didn't even know that was a thing. So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. And let me know what y'all think, man. What y'all think of this Symbiote Invasion 2 update. And yeah, it's been a long one. Peace.